Good morning, Princess, from the streets of Brickell. I'm on my way for breakfast at a place, something, the Bagel Bistro or something like that. I know, out for breakfast twice. I guess that's what city living is all about. I think it's, oh, right there. So perfect. After this, gonna head back to the hotel and maybe sit by the pool or something like that. I'm not really sure. I have cleared my schedule, fortunately, so that wasn't too difficult. And yeah, have the rest of the day to putter about around here, but we do have to eat first. Seated immediately outside at Bistro and Bakery, we well, yeah, I said we have an outside table right on the street. Not so bad. Well, there's the menu. Got some fresh, very fresh orange juice, but plastic straw. Okay, a little bit behind the schedule there, but either way, it works. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I do not understand the hate over paper straws. I remember a long time ago when I was, I don't know, maybe not even 10 years old, there was a pizza parlor in Dayland Mall that gave paper straws. So I've been using them for quite a long time, and I never had a problem with them. I don't really, so all the arguments against them, I'm a little mystified by them. Now, I will say that depending on how it's made and whatnot, and what you're drinking, you know, put it this way, if you sip your drink for an hour, yeah, it's gonna end up tasting like paper. I get that. So drink faster. Very easy problem to solve. Also, for larger things like milkshakes and stuff like that, problem's already been solved, okay? Larger straws, which you would need anyway. So all the complaints, yeah, the problem has already been solved. Maybe the business owner hasn't actually found the correct paper straw to use. That's probably an issue sometimes, but the actual paper straws, for me, they've been working for years, and I'm perfectly happy with them, and kind of glad whenever I would get one. Memories and all, right? Breakfast this morning is a Croque Madame. Yes, I haven't seen this in a long time. It is a croissant loaf with a Dijon bechamel, shredded Gruyere, Swiss and smoked ham. Oh, and those are poached eggs in there. That was really good, the Croque Madame. I'll put it this way. When people have visions of visiting the French countryside and having breakfast at a little corner bistro, this is what they envision getting. It's not what you get, by the way, in that scenario. This is much better. So, yes, if you do want to fulfill that fantasy, make sure you come and get breakfast here first, and then go and enjoy just the countryside, because that's pretty much all that's there. Okay, we are gonna head out, and I don't know, maybe the pool. I don't know. I will walk around a little bit now that it's daylight. Ooh, I know. I do have to visit one thing around here. Another place I've never been, the Miami Circle. I've never been here before, and I gotta tell you, when I walked up and looked, my first reaction was, that's it? Not what I was expecting, kind of not what I was promised. Let's go look at the little info board over there. Here is the description. This plaque has seen much better days. Come on, people. This, yeah, this is really bad show. This is what I was expecting to see. Instead, it's just a garden. So I guess my question is, what was the point? Anybody can build a circular garden anywhere. That's not a big deal. I actually want to see the archaeological discovery that caused so much controversy. I don't know, back in they said 1988, no, 88, 98, 99, and this dragged on for a long time. One of the problems was there was a lot of preservationists and politicians who wanted to, well, do the preservation, but nobody wanted to pay for it. And the developers were saying, well, we paid a lot of money for this land, who is gonna make us whole? And this was a crazy scenario. I mean, you could say that it kind of worked out because there's this nice park here, but the whole thing was just bungled from the beginning. And you can't even see the bloody thing. No cruise ships in port today, although I cannot see the end of Dodge Island. So Scarlet Lady might be here. I'm not gonna look, but she does have some Wednesday departures. Weird sight. The only time I ever go out there is, of course, to board a cruise ship when they're all in town. After breakfast and a nap, very important, it is a pool time, or at least pool at deck time. I'm gonna just relax here with the cityscape behind me. This is something actually kind of new. Haven't really done anything like this since, I guess it was Hong Kong. If I can find some pictures of that, I Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to show those. Anyway, all right, probably in for another nap because that's kind of what I do when I sit by the pool, and then, I don't know, speculate, plan, conspire, contrive for dinner. Have a good idea. Got a recommendation, so I don't know. But right now, I'm just gonna enjoy being here. Serious question. Is this a better view than a Caribbean port, or is it just different? I have not taken a nap yet, which is actually interesting though. I would like to, but I did take one earlier, so maybe that counts. Either way, like I mentioned yesterday, the Supreme Court has rendered a number of very interesting and important decisions lately. So I just want to talk about one aspect of one that I find kind of curious. And I was watching a creator, actually it was just this morning, talk about what is mentioned in the Constitution. You see, those of us on the right side will say that this issue is clearly a state issue because it is not mentioned in the Constitution. And the, I guess, retort is like, oh, well, the Air Force isn't mentioned in the Constitution, and we have that. And that is true. We do have an Air Force, and it is not specifically mentioned in the Constitution, but I have heard this argument before on other topics related to the distinction between federal and state rights, and it's stupid, it's silly, it's ridiculous. All right, so here's the thing. Yes, there's an Air Force, but the fact that it's not mentioned in the Constitution is merely a, I say, technicality, because all it would take to make it constitutional in these people's minds is to slightly change the composition of the Department of Defense so that the, I guess the Chief of Air Force Operations, I actually don't know what it is, reports to the Army Chief of Operations, and voila, Constitution, because what the Constitution says is the President shall be Commander-in-Chief of the Army and the Navy. The reason it says Army and Navy is because, well, that's all they had back then, and there was no Air Force or Space Force to put into the Constitution. It is that simple. So, you know, they're gonna hang their entire case on a mere technicality. Oh, go for it, because here's the thing. If they're gonna do this, my response would be, okay, well, you seem to accept that we have an Air Force. Are you gonna argue that point? They never will. Okay, well, then that means 2A includes more than muskets. It includes everything developed after muskets. Yeah, that's kind of how things work. So, very interesting. Also, I would go on to say that, well, the Constitution doesn't mention the environment, but we have an EPA. So, if we put the Air Force back under the Army, can we get rid of the EPA? I think that's a very, very fair trade, right? I don't know. I'm all for that. I don't know. Yeah, so, Princess, this is why understanding the entire domain of the discussion is very, very important. See, I've read the Constitution multiple times, and I can, you know, I know what's in it, and to my, well, lefty friends out there, this is why you sound ridiculous, because you don't know really the scope of what you're talking about. And in this case, I said, you know, come up with a better example, because that one is absolutely ridiculous, and it's kind of why we don't take them seriously. I mean, there's really nothing to take seriously, but at least they could come up with a better argument, which I might try one day. So, yeah, the Air Force is definitely not a justification for what the Supreme Court just returned to the states, where it belongs. Time to try the pool. The question is it warm or is it cold? I've had a bit of a problem lately with very, very cold pools when they shouldn't be, and okay, well, that's not too bad. And let's hop in a little bit, and okay. Well, there you go. This is kind of nice. It is perfect temperature. My fantastic poolside day and in-pool day here at the Element Brickell is over, so it's time to go and get changed for dinner. I have a plan on where I'm going to go, so that is all good. And, well, there is the skyline over there, but there is some, I don't know, not so great weather heading in. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it won't be an issue. I really only have to walk a block that way, so not particularly worried. And yeah, I am about that, it's about that time where I'm getting hungry, so that is my focus right now. Okay, Gonna gather everything up and head upstairs, so all good. Today was a very good day. I went to see the Miami Circle and relaxed by the pool. Did not take a nap by the pool, which was unusual, but I did take a nap upstairs. Very, very nice. And did have to deal with a few business issues, but that was quickly resolved. Did not really interrupt my day too much. So, well, yes, I have set up some very good things and I'm happy to enjoy them. So I can still say that I am very thankful for my problems.